Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. Sorry for the big 2 weeks gap there. But anyway, let's just get straight into the video. This is part 2 of chapter 3 of named Enterprise Business Growth and Size. Last time we covered about 5 of the no, we've covered with 5 remaining. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We covered about 7 bullet points. Now we're focusing on the last 5. So let me just turn on pen. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 points that we're focusing on today, and let's just get straight into it. Okay, let me just skip to the last part here. We got Okay, here we go. As I was saying in the last video, different ways businesses can grow. This is a big section of the chapter, so bear with me. First, we're going to look at some definitions. We have internal growth, which occurs when a business expands its existing operations. External growth, this is when a business takes over or merges with another business. It is often called integration, as one business is integrated into another one. Takeover or acquisition is when one business buys out the owners of another business, which then becomes part of the predecessor business, the business which has taken it over. A merger is when the owners of two businesses agree to join their businesses together to make one business. Some more definitions for you. Horizontal integration is when one business merges with or takes over another one in the same industry at the same stage of production. Let me just underline these for you because it is quite important. You have to remember that it merges or takes over another one in the same industry at the same stage of production. This is what will differentiate between horizontal and vertical. Let's move on to vertical integration. When a business merges with or takes over another one in the same industry but at a different stage of production. It can be forward or backward. Conglomerate integration. This is when one business merges with or takes over a business in a completely different industry. It is also known as diversification. This is an example of a horizontal integration. So let's move back. It's in the same industry at the same stage of production. So it just goes from a tractor manufacturer to another tractor manufacturer, and they merge into a big company. This is an example of backward and forward integration. You see copper wire, copper wire back and forth, electrical product manufacturer, and a conglomerate merger. You can see a business building houses merges with a business making clothes. They're in separate, completely different industries. All right, turn this off. Okay, so benefits of integration. Horizontal integration. The merger reduces the number of competitors in the industry. There are opportunities for economies of scale. See chapter 19, we'll get onto that. The combined businesses will have a bigger share of the total market than either business before the integration. Forward vertical integration. The benefits are the merger gives an assured outlet for its product. The profit margin made by the retailer is absorbed by the expanded business. The retailer could be prevented from selling competing models of car. So, yeah, information about consumer needs and preferences can now be obtained directly by the manufacturer. Excuse me, guys. Benefits of integration. Backward vertical integration. The merger gives an assured supply of important components. The profit margin of the supplier is absorbed by the... Hold on. The supplier could be prevented from supplying other manufacturers. Cost of components and supplies for the manufacturer could be controlled. And finally, last but not least, conglomerate integration. The merger gives an assured supply of important components. The profit margin of the suppliers is absorbed by the expanded business. The supplier could be prevented from supplying to other manufacturers. And cost of components and supplies. I might have copied and pasted these two. Alright, sorry guys. Quickly show you. I'll just quickly switch to textbook to show you guys what it's supposed to be. For some reason. Anyway, so conglomerate is supposed to be this one. Diversified its activities, and this will spread the risk taken for the business. And then you can read the example. And the other point is there might be a transfer of ideas between different sections of the business, even though they operate in different industries. And then back to the slides. Let's just pretend I didn't make the mistake. This is a quick summary. How businesses grow. Internal or organic growth, that's just a single thing. But for external growth, it's either mergers or takeovers. It can be horizontal, conglomerate, vertical, forward, or vertical, backward, or backward, vertical, and forward, vertical. Problems linked to business growth and how these might be overcome. You see, it says here, not all business expansion leads to success. There are several reasons why business expansion can fail to increase profit or achieve the other objectives set by managers. Problem resulting from expansion. Large business is difficult to control. This is part of this economies of scale, chapter 19. Larger business leads to poor communication. Chapter 9, communication. Expansion costs so much that business is short of finance. Integrating with another business is more difficult than expected. For example, different management styles, which will also be covered, or ways of doing things. Possible ways this can be overcome. The first one, they can operate the business in small units, which is a form of decentralization. The second one, they can operate the business in smaller units as well, and they use latest IT equipment and telecommunications, but even these can cause problems. For the third one, expand more slowly, use profits from slowly expanding business to pay for further growth. Ensure sufficient long-term finance is available. See chapter 22. That's section for the finance section. Sorry. And introducing a different style of management requires good communication with the workforce. They will need to understand the reasons for the change. And this is the last part, pretty much. So why some businesses remain small? Not all businesses grow. Some stay small, employ few people, and using relatively little capital. There are several reasons why many businesses remain small, including the type of industry the business operates in, the market size, and the owner's objectives. In the textbook, it's quite long, but I did summarize it. I did summarize it. And for the first one, type of industry. In summary, it's personal service or specialized product industries that often stay small, like hairdressing, car repairs, window cleaning, convenience stores, plumbers, catering. Growing too large can reduce the personal service customers expect. Easy entry for new competitors keep businesses small. Market size. Businesses in small or rural markets have limited customer bases, so they stay small. Niche or luxury goods, e.g. expensive fashionable cars, have limited demand, restricting growth. Owners' objectives. Some owners choose to stay small to maintain control and know their staff/customers. Avoiding the stress of managing a large business is another reason. Main causes of business failure. Lack of management skills. Poor decisions due to inexperience, e.g. bad location. Family run businesses may lack professional leadership. Not adapting to new technology, competitors, or economic shifts can lead to failure. This is changes in business environment. Liquidity problems / poor financial management. Running out of cash to pay workers, suppliers, or rent is a major reason businesses fail, often caused by poor cash flow planning. Overexpansion. Growing too quickly without managing costs, staff, or operations can collapse a business. For the last part, why new businesses are at greater risk. They often have limited finance and resources, weak planning and market research, inexperienced owners with poor decision-making skills. As a result, new businesses are more likely to fail than well-established ones. But then again, all the well-established ones were once new businesses. And that is the end of chapter 3. Quite a long chapter, the first long chapter we've had in the first 3 chapters. Sorry for the big delay. Don't need to look at that. Yeah. Okay, let's just move this over here, guys. Yes. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, there we go. So, as I was saying, in the last video, I mentioned that I would be changing the way I'm teaching since a commenter told me that it would be more effective to actually write out the knowledge and explain it on like a screen rather than just reading it off slides and copying from the textbook, and as well as doing questions for you guys. So I will be doing that in the next video, and I will try to find the most effective way to integrate that into my videos. But anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient with me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.